Right now, I'm hanging out of a vintage airplane with no door, gripping the camera for dear life in high winds. And if you would have told me 24 hours ago I'd be in this cockpit, I would have told you were crazy. I'm about to do 3 things I've never done before and try and figure out why an airport in Michigan is called Boulder Canyon.
I'm Jeremy Drolbeck, mortgage master and airplane builder. But what I love is taking it from the garage to the grass. Because real runways don't have numbers. Welcome to Grass Strip Gathering.
Throttle forward, tail up, we are airborne out of Prairie. Today my buddy Zach's son Drew is riding shotgun in the Kitfox. We are tracking northeast towards a hidden gem in Ionia County called Boulder Canyon. But as we climb to altitude, I got one massive question bouncing around my headset. Why on earth is a flat turf strip in the middle of West Michigan called Boulder Canyon? There are no mountains here, no rocky gorges. Is there some massive geographic secret hidden down there? Why all the hype? We are flying straight into some of the nastiest winds I've ever faced in this airplane to find out. Drew, are you ready to see what's down there?
All right, so I am up here flying with my buddy Drew. He's Zach's son. Drew, how many times have you been up flying, do you think, in your life?
100.
100. Listen to that. He is a pro. And Drew is riding with me because your brothers and sisters are with your dad, right?
Yep.
So there wasn't enough room in the Cessna 172. He won the rock, paper, scissors contest and got to come flying in the Kitfox. You are one lucky Kitfox flyer, Drew. Little bit of a bumpy day for us. We're headed up to Boulder Canyon, and this is going to be the first camping trip in the Kitfox, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I have not camped at an airport before, I don't think.
You haven't?
Drew and I had one thing on our minds, our first ever airplane camping trip. I was so excited to get up there that I didn't even care we were getting bounced around by the atmosphere. Why? Because we had a ridiculous 50-knot tailwind pushing us there. We made insane progress and reached Boulder Canyon in no time. But the flight wasn't over yet. I still had to get this thing on the grass. The reports were screaming 17 gusting to 22 knots. The heaviest winds I've ever faced in this plane. It was fixing to be a wild ride, but thank God it was right down the runway.
How's that feel? I'm on the ground. Here comes your dad. I'm gonna swing around and line up again. Okay. What do you think, Drew?
I don't know.
We made it. What do you think of my landing? A little bumpy?
Yeah.
engine 89 Alpha, final, 25 Boulder Canyon.
All right, we got some transportation. What a nice courtesy vehicle. This is awesome.
Best courtesy car.
These guys really want to take us two-tracking.
I guess that's the plan. You never know what
He's
the
like,
plan is.
whatever you guys need, anything you need.
Let's go jeeping.
Right.
This guy just pulled up with his side-by-side. This thing sounds like
You have to shift it, or is it auto?
it's auto.
Look at Lucy. You get to drive, huh, Lucy? This is obviously what these guys do on Friday nights, huh?
Yep. This is the Pool House.
Okay.
I'm not sure where we should park.
There's the
but I
fire
think we're gonna park right here.
Absolutely. I don't know how to work it yet, but
See? It's a pool.
Nice.
the whole point was
sweet,
for you
isn't it?
guys to have fun.
Hell yeah.
You have to play
Better than I remembered.
Stay on the couch.
Well, we made it in. They call it the Pool House. There's no pool here, but man, this is a really cool clubhouse that they're letting us use. Check it out. Looks like there's a lot of guys up here that ride side-by-sides. And so I would imagine not only pilots hang out here, but these other fellas. Got some fresh Michigan asparagus right here.
Can you believe a place like this exists?
No. And they come up with side-by-sides. This is yours for the night.
Yeah.
Like,
Great.
it's awesome. Oh boy, I had no idea what was in store for me next. Now that the wheels were down at Boulder Canyon, the kids were starving. We hopped right to it and cooked up some quick camp food. The next mission, get the tents pitched under the wing before darkness set in. But what happened right after we finished setting up camp was completely unreal. I was about to get a first-hand lesson on exactly why they called this place Boulder Canyon. Gotta tie these suckers down. Cruising in the Jeep. As soon as the tents were up, the guys who greeted us at the field tossed us the keys to the Jeep and said, "Follow us." We didn't want to be rude guests, so we jumped in and hit the trails. What amazing guys to trust us behind the wheel of their rig. But they told us when we landed, pilots get red carpet treatment around here. And man, they weren't kidding. They took us deep into the 400 acres of pure Michigan. We did some hill climbing, crossed an awesome bridge, and drove straight down into the riverbed to splash around and hang out for a bit. The entire landscape was completely carved out by massive, heavy glaciers thousands of years ago. The ice literally poured through here, tearing up the earth and leaving behind these deep valleys and river channels. As we rounded the bends on the way back up, the final piece of mystery was solved. See, these massive walls of rock, back when Greg put in the runway, this field wasn't flat. He had to move a mountain of dirt, and right under the soil, they struck the ancient glacial footprint. Every single boulder you see stacked here was pulled straight out of the runway. And that's why they call this place Boulder Canyon. Nothing beats waking up at sunrise next to your airplane. But the morning peace shattered the second I checked the weather. The winds were forecasted to be howling. We had a major stop planned at Galloway, but a 24-knot direct crosswind changed everything. As a newer Kitfox pilot, I'm not playing games with winds that high. Safety beats ego every time. Galloway was officially scratched. We packed up the gear, hopped in the planes, and blasted off back for home base. But little did I know, plans were going to change yet again. And I was going to have the opportunity to do something I've never done before.
Wow, we got some serious wind up here. Can you hear me, Zach?
Roger, I got you.
I'm going to switch over to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm up.
Gotcha. All right, so we are flying back from Boulder Canyon, and I have another passenger with me today. What is your name? Tell everybody what your name is.
My name is Elise.
And how old are you?
I am 7 years old, and almost turning 8.
7 years old and almost turning 8. And yesterday you wanted to fly with me, but you lost the rock, paper, scissors competition, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you got to fly today in the Kitfox, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of the view?
The view's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool with these bubble doors, isn't it? Now, how long you've been flying before, right? This isn't your first time? How many times do you think you've been up in an airplane? Not sure?
Probably about 40.
40? Wow. How many 7-year-olds have been in an airplane 40 times? Do you like flying?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll get your pilot's license someday?
Maybe.
Maybe. What was the funnest thing at Boulder Canyon Airport where we were at?
Playing in the river.
Playing in the river, I agree. That was a lot of fun. There's not many spots like that you can fly into and play in the river. All right. Well, it was a good trip, and we'll pick this back up when we get ready to land here. We got about 28 miles to go.
Bet you're wondering how I ended up here. Yup, that is a Cessna 172. We are officially tracking right towards Galloway. Here's what happened. The second we shut down the Kitfox back at Prairie, my hangar neighbor stepped in. He convinced us that Galloway's was just too good to miss. I wasn't about to risk my Kitfox in that nasty 24-knot crosswind, but this Cessna 172 handles crosswinds like a tank. Zach was totally comfortable with the numbers, so I threw my gear in his plane, hopped in the right seat, and we sent it. When you get a chance to see a bucket list strip like Galloway, you find a way to make it happen.
What a day. 3 airplanes in one day. Leaving the 172 behind and getting in the Champ. Gonna be flying the Champ back. And there's no door on it. So that'll be a first for me, flying with no door. I'm gonna be in the back. This is Zach's plane. I did not fly my Kitfox to the fly-in because the wind's whipping. And Zach's got a lot more experience landing in some higher winds than I do, so I figured we'll fly with him.
Wow, what an absolute weekend. As the tires touched down back at Prairie, I can't help but reflect on everything that went down. In the last 24 hours, I knocked out 3 massive milestones. First time airplane camping, first time flying 3 completely different airplanes in a single day, and the first time hanging out of a cockpit with the door wide open. Aviation gives you opportunities you can't find anywhere else, but it's the friends along the way that make it worth it. I'm Jeremy Drobeck, mortgage master, but this right here is what I love, because the best runways don't have numbers. Thanks for watching, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next grass strip.